Hi everyone, we're going to be talking about the Damac Riverside build that's happening right now. And we're going to be looking at this cash flow illustration for an investor. And we're looking at for the 1 year rental return, which is what exactly what I'm going to be recommending for everyone. Don't go about flipping, not my recommendation. I don't understand why you want to be flipping this stuff anyway. Don't become a flipper, become a holder, okay? So let's look at this now. Let's say for illustration purposes, the unit cost is 1 million dirhams, okay? 1 million dirhams. And you put down a down payment of 3%, and that's you've got your unit, and 30,000 dirhams, you've got your unit, okay? Now, and you'll be making payments on a quarterly basis until the construction is done. Now, this is an important thing. The average expected quarterly growth on a long-term basis is 2%. So how many quarters are there in a year? There's 4, right? So 4 times 2, which is around about 8%. And if you know it's going to take about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, about 4 years to build. So 2025, 2026, 2027, 2028, it's going to be appreciating, right? So every year 8% plus 8% plus 8% plus 8%. So 4 times 8, because it's 4 years, 4 times 8 is 32%. Always remember that. So what we're saying here is that by the end of this construction period, the unit cost was 1 million, but you want to times it by 32%. So if you do that, you know exactly what the predicted appreciation is going to be. 320,000 dirhams, okay? So 320,000 dirhams is the amount that this asset is going to appreciate by. So it doesn't matter if you buy a 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom, just to make things easier for yourself, the total cost of the unit is 1 million dirhams. The average expected quarterly growth is 2%. How many quarters are there in a year? There are 4, so 4 times 2 gives you 8% for that year. How many years is it going to take to construct? It's going to take about 2025 to 2028. So we're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4 years. So 4 times 8, 32%. So you could do 1 million, times that by 32%. That's 320,000 dirhams is what you're making on top of your capital investment, okay? So so we know now that you're going to be making 320,000 dirhams as appreciation. But let's look at the years when this item, this unit is being constructed. How much are you paying on a yearly basis? So in 2025, when this project is launched, you will be paying 330,000 dirhams for the payment of that year. In 2026, 200,000 dirhams, 2027, 240,000 dirhams, 2028, 230,000 dirhams. So that's what you'll be paying, and that adds up to 1 million dirhams, which is you've paid the total cost of the unit. Now in 2029, you can start renting it out, right? So 99,000 dirhams. Let's just say it goes out for renting for that. So you've put up for rent, you've collected 99,000 dirhams. You've already paid the capital of 1 million dirhams. And let's say you decide that you've rented it out for 1 year. 1 year you've rented it out, and you're going to sell it by the end of 2029. We already know what the asset price is now. 1,320,000 dirhams. Because remember, 2% every quarter, and for 4 years straight, so it's 32%. So we know we've made that asset now is at 1.32 million dirhams. And you've also given that unit up for rent for 1 year as well. So the total profit on investment is the 1.32 million appreciation that you've got, plus the 99,000 dirhams for the rental for that year in 2029. That gives you a grand total of 419,000 dirhams. Returns for the investor or for the long-term holding is 42%. That's pretty good if you ask me. That's very good. So on your, you've put in 1 million dirhams and you've almost collected 42% back. That's brilliant if you ask me. The thing to understand here is that this is appreciation happening on a yearly basis, but also we're factoring in, let's give the unit up for rent at that last 1 year. When that unit's constructed, give up for rent for 1 year, collect the rent and sell it with the appreciated value of the property. So you're making that much. Now, no one's telling you to give the unit up for rent. You could just simply sell it at the 1.32 million and pocket your 320,000 dirhams as pure profit. So you're making 32%, I believe, ROI on that one, okay? Rather than the 42% that they've said here in the long term. So the returns for the investor, okay? I believe this is a solid investment. This is a good play to do. Now, if you've watched my other video, I've said clearly in my other video that these buildings are being constructed to house the staff that will be working in that brand new airport. So going for 1-bedroom units and 2-bedroom apartments for families is going to be the key thing within this area. I don't recommend buying villas in this area. I don't think it's the right thing to do. However, I do recommend buying 1-beds and 2-beds within this area. It will definitely work out in the long run. Now, should you go for 1 unit or should you go for a couple of units? So imagine buying a couple of units now and doing this replication pattern for this. Not only will you be getting some sort of bulk discount in this case, but you also be compounding it. You're making the returns via compounding, but via multiple units. That would be an even smarter idea to do. So if you are an investor and you're looking to take this to the next level, of course 1 or 2 units, 1 unit for yourself is a good idea, but taking a couple of units, you can start to seriously change your portfolio, your investment portfolio by doing this, okay? Now, Damac Riverside is soon to be launched. If you are interested, if you are seriously interested, I've already said this is a winning bet. It's in a winning location, and don't forget, you're not living in it. You're giving this up to the segment of the market that will be living in it, that's working in that area, not you. You're investing to make rental income and capital appreciation back, okay? If you want to live somewhere, I can tell you other areas to go and live. But this is only for purely investment purposes and rental incomes. That's the only way I can see it investing in this area. Not for end use for yourself, but for you to give it up for investment for rental purposes, okay? So my WhatsApp details are in the link in the description below. Click on that, it'll take you into a WhatsApp conversation with me and say it, Sam, I'm interested to put in an EUI to get out one of the units. I'll send you the link and you guys can go through the process. I'll walk you through it and make sure you get the proof of receipt and all that done securely. And guys, as always, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'm waiting for you to send me your WhatsApps. Contact me, let's get into discussion, and let's start booking those EUIs for Damac Riverside. And watch my other video. If you need to understand which units to go for, go back and watch my other video that I've done on Damac Riverside. That will explain the entire layout in terms of which units you want to go for and which ones are the most exclusive and which ones will give you the best chances of returns within there. All this area is good for returns, but there's a couple of units that I have recommended in there that will give you the best chance. Only by me. Thank you so much for watching.